Hello and happy Veterans Day. I'd like to start by thanking all of our veterans out there for their service. Well, with that, welcome to BluePrint Automation's PAC Expo Connects Showcase and Live Demo. I'm Jason Hogue, Southeast Regional Sales Manager, coming to you live from our facility in Chesterfield, Virginia. We appreciate you joining us today for our demo of the Gravity 100R sanitary case packing system. In just a few moments, you will see a video of our packer running IQF bags of chicken. Although this video was pre-recorded, it was done with this audience in mind and simply to avoid any technical hiccups while live today. BluePrint has been building the Gravity 100R for 20 years and has over 100 installations worldwide. Yet, 3 years ago, we decided the system could use a bit of a refresh, so we set out to redesign with 3 factors in mind. The first factor was sanitary construction. Our all-new stainless steel tubeless frame design eliminates any location that could harbor bacteria or dirt. All static surfaces are now sloped to allow liquid to run off during the sanitation process, and all motors and pneumatic components are rated IP69K to stand up to a harsh washdown environment. The second factor was to reduce product breakage and possibly reduce some corrugate usage wherever possible. A tightly packed case doesn't allow product to shift and potentially break during transport. Also, the tighter the case pack, the less corrugate is used overall. A small decrease in case height over time could lead to big savings in corrugate. BPA employs both bag and case settling as well as tamping to ensure a maximum amount of product fits in a minimum footprint case. The third and final factor was to eliminate manual adjustments on the machine wherever possible. This is done with fully automatic changeover. This sort of takes the operator's judgment call out of the changeover process. The recipe of a well-running product can now be locked down so that those exact positions are repeatable the next time the product is run. After you watch the video, I will return for a short Q&A session. Should you have any questions during the demo, please write them in the group chat box to the right, or send me your question in a private chat. Should we not be able to get to all your questions in the time allotted, I promise to follow up with you directly. Well, without further ado, I present to you the Gravity 100R sanitary case packer.
An adjustable bag chute sits beneath the bagger's seal jaw and provides a gentle transfer between bagger and in-feed conveyor. The product settling conveyor evenly distributes the product inside the bag prior to case packing. Loose product from broken bags falls between the square rollers and is detected by fiber optic sensors. The broken bag is then rejected into a bin by a servo-controlled pull nose conveyor. Product coalescing conveyors create a shingling effect on bags, allowing for more complex pack patterns and increased bag rates. Pair that with our servo lane divider, and the Gravity 100R can run just about any horizontally loaded pattern out there. Our tri-lobe rotor system compresses the bags as they are packed to ensure they are placed into the case without hitting minor and major flaps. The case is vibrated between drops to allow product to settle into all available space. Vertical case drop chutes allow empty cases to enter the system overhead, freeing up floor space for operator access. This allows case erectors to be located in a dry environment, eliminating corrosion on non-washdown equipment. The system is designed with sanitary construction in mind. 304 stainless steel tubeless frames are continuously welded for cleanliness with sloped surfaces wherever possible to allow liquid to run off during the sanitation process. Automatic changeover allows operators to change product recipes with the push of a button. Total time to change over the system is less than 5 minutes. Our compact designed full case tamper ensures the product sits below the score line for easy sealing. A tight packed case reduces product breakage during transport and can reduce corrugate usage.
Welcome back. We hope you enjoyed the video. Today I'm joined by my colleague and North Central Regional Sales Manager, Michael Cothran. Welcome today, Michael.
Thanks, Jason. I'm excited to be here. I have a list of questions here that took place during the video, and we'll jump right into it. So, first question here is, what would you say differentiates BPA from competition with regards to this packer?
Sure. So this case packer has, for one, a very narrow footprint. So it's only 4 foot 6 inches wide, so it can actually fit on very narrow bagger centers. Also, this machine is incredibly simple and very robust case packing solution.
Very good. Let's see. Next question. This one's from Doug. Do you make this equipment in non-washdown?
Absolutely. So what you see behind me today is our stainless sanitary construction, but we also make it in an entry-level model. Same construction basically, but it's in a painted carbon steel option.
And what are some of the differences between the equipment?
Not much actually. So like I said, the construction is essentially the same. This machine is shown with optional stainless steel guarding. The standard piece of equipment has clear Lexan guard panels.
Very good. Let's see. What are some of the rates we can handle on this equipment?
Absolutely. So talking about bag rates, we can run a maximum of 150 bags a minute. And if you're only dropping 1 bag at a time in what we call a column stack, that would max out at 75 bags a minute. And speaking about case rates, the maximum case rate through the machine is 25 cases a minute.
Very good. And are we limited on bag size or case size?
Well, so it does have a case range that's the machine can run, and it's pretty easy to remember. So if you think about it in inches, it's 20 by 20 by 20. And the minimum case size in inches is 8 by 8 by 8.
Very good. Let's see. Another question from Doug here. Do you integrate labelers?
We can. So we typically partner with other labeling companies, and we can integrate case labeling at the end of our system. That's not an issue for us. Just work with our applications group to decide which labeler is right for you and where to put it.
Very good. Kind of along those lines, can you use an existing case former?
Yes, we can. So this machine operates with remote case erecting, and that's because typically these machines can sit on a very wet production floor. So most of the time the case erectors are away in another room or in a mezzanine. So we can integrate your existing case erector, or we could provide one as well.
Very good. And that's a good opportunity to talk a little bit more about our case chute here. A lot of times we partner that with a case erector that's up on a different floor.
Absolutely. So behind me today, you see one of our vertical case drop chutes. So essentially, you bring cases in overhead to clear up aisle space, and we use pneumatic gates to drop the cases vertically. And it also provides you some vertical case accumulation for the case packer.
Very good. And how tall do we generally build those?
Usually we max out or try to keep them between 15 and 18 feet tall.
Very good. Let's see. Can you talk about the auto changeover process? What's actually driving that?
Sure. So for our optional automatic changeover, we've replaced manual handles and crank handles with linear actuators, and those are paired together to move the case guides in and out and to adjust the case stops to the right position for different case sizes.
Very good. And that allows the operator to do a changeover, essentially the push of a button on the HMI.
Absolutely.
Very good. You talked about narrow bagger centers earlier. What's the footprint of this equipment?
Sure. So The equipment is, like I said before, very narrow. It's only 4'6" wide. If you're just looking at the case packer, we're 13 foot long. What you saw in the video had a lot of auxiliary equipment, bag settling, tamping, etc. The typical line length is around 40 feet.
Okay. And say we had a system with 4 of these. How many operators would that take to manage?
Well, that's a good question. A lot of people ask that. So typically what I see is 1 operator per 2 lines. And that operator would be responsible for running both the bagger and the case packers.
Very good. Another question that's just come in. What's the delivery time frame?
Oh, that's a good question. So delivery sort of depends on how busy we are at the time. But I would say a typical lead time for this style system is 28 to 32 weeks.
Very good. And the scale of the system is also going to play a factor into that. If it's a very large system, that might add to that.
Sure, that is a good point.
Let's see. Next question that just came in. What's the controls platform?
Easy question. So this machine is top to bottom Allen Bradley. Kinetics 5500 servo drives, PowerFlex 525 VFDs.
Very good. Let's see. What's the maximum speeds for this system?
So this is rate. So like I said before, we can run a maximum of 150 bags per minute and a maximum of 25 cases a minute.
Right, and that bag rate's going to depend on the pattern in the case, whether or not we're able to drop more than 1 bag at a time.
Absolutely. So if you can drop 2 to 3 bags at a time, you're definitely going to be able to run faster.
Sure. What type of packages can run on this machine?
So this machine thrives on uniformly shaped products. So all kinds of different products between nuggets, dry goods, flour, rice, beans, anything that settles well and can be flattened and then packed horizontally in the case, of course.
Very good. Can you talk about the tamp station on the back end?
Sure. So we're very proud of our new, very compact tamp station. It has a little short conveyor inside of it, and it has eccentric rollers inside, and that's what's doing the vibrating of the case. And then we come down with a pneumatic plunger inside the box, and that's to ensure all the product sits below the score line for easy top sealing.
Very good. That looks like all the questions I've gotten here. Anything else you want to add?
Sure. So I'd like to wrap with, look, we know there's a lot of different case packers out there, and there's quite a few companies making case packing. But if you're running a uniform shaped product between 60 and 150 bags a minute, you're not going to find a more simple, robust solution than the Gravity 100R. This thing is built like a tank. Well, that's all our time we have today. We encourage you to check out our other demos. Thanks a lot and stay safe.
Thanks.